Hello, everyone. What is going on? James here, and today I am with the Hope in the North, Liam.
Hello there.
So, George should be joining us whenever. Ben's not here for this Star Wars review, sadly. He's currently on the way back from London, so fair play to the lad. Yeah, so let's get into this anyway. We're going to review Visions. I'm just going to give a quick overview of it. It's just Star Wars in anime. That's basically what it is, with a bunch of different stories within the Star Wars universe. Well, it's non-canon, isn't it? But it's a bunch of stories. It's a bunch of stories that they've made that's meant to be in the Star Wars universe. So let's go through this episode by episode. Then, honestly, I think it's really unique and cool, and it's the ultimate thing that, for the most part, doesn't rely on fan service. Apart from Episode 2 doesn't rely on fan service, but it's obviously got Jabba and Boba Fett. But let's get into this then. So the very first episode, The Duel. This was absolutely amazing. This really got me hooked straight away. Really, really fun, to be honest. It starts off with this geezer and his droid, and you think, oh, damn, this is just some quiet, humble guy who's chilling out and what have you. And then the village gets attacked, but he doesn't come at first. He waits. He waits for the best time because he sees that bounty hunter looking people. Well, they look like bounty hunters come in and try to save the village from the Empire. And they're doing well, but then Inquisitor comes in and kicks their ass, basically. So then the samurai guy's like, shit, I've got to do something. So it's quite cool. You've got the villagers and then the stormtroopers, and then you've got the bounty hunters who kick the stormtroopers' ass. Then you've got the Inquisitor, and then you've got the samurai guy coming in to help, and it's, evens the odds. Very interesting how the conflict rises gradually. It isn't just straight away he comes in. The conflict gradually rises. It keeps you on your feet as well, because he says to the guy who runs the coffee shop, I can't remember exactly what this guy was, what he was doing, but he's like, get my droid ready. And this dude, the main samurai anti-hero guy, he doesn't say that much. So for him to give an order, you're like, damn, I wonder what the plan is with this droid. Then that's pretty cool.
I'm trying to remember what the droid did. What was the?
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that the droid activates a turret or something. That's what I think.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. Yeah.
Doesn't he get all the stormtroopers killed or something? Because they're being held.
Yeah.
They're being held hostage, and then the droid does something, and then he gets all the stormtroopers killed.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably.
And then, but the lightsaber duel between that Inquisitor and the samurai guy is absolutely bloody epic. I absolutely love it. Very even fight. He goes off the waterfall and you think, shit, he's dead. Then she goes down, and he doesn't beat her with strength. He beats her with wit, because he's hiding behind the statue, which she thinks is him. And then he gets the jump on her. Boom. And and then they find out that he's not a Jedi. He's a Sith. Whoa. Which was quite a cool twist. And, well, he's neither a Jedi nor a Sith. It's just a really cool twist, in my opinion. And then he goes off, The good thing about this, because they're such short stories, it leaves you wanting so much more. The best episodes, you want them to make a whole series about those things, about that person going on their travels and whatever. And also, I like how this is in a village as well, because you do see some villages in Star Wars once in a while, I guess. There might have been some in the Clone Wars and whatever. But we haven't seen it in recent times where it's like an old-timey village, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it's not a future. It is a futuristic village, but it looks very historic, like a classic village. And it's the village so you've got the villager people on the line. It's not just the samurai person. So the stakes are just really high and awesome. I absolutely love this episode. Amazing.
Yeah. It was. I did enjoyed it too. Yeah. The lightsaber duel was cool as well, and the Inquisitor's weapons and abilities, and
the lightsaber.
Oh, the yeah,
that was
right. And And then it was an interesting end to the duel as well. Yeah, how he stabbed her in the back, didn't he? I think with his
Yeah, he
lightsaber.
used his intelligence rather than his. And she didn't die like every other Sith, being cocky and overconfident. She just got outdone mentally. She just got duped. Basically, she got bamboozled. So that was refreshing. What do you think? Would you say the episode's good, great, amazing, phenomenal, goat, or what would you?
I'd say it was. I'd say great.
Yeah, fair
Great.
dues.
Yeah.
And he's here, Mr.
Ah.
GC. What do you
Oh,
have to say
hello.
about George?
Looking
I
smart.
think it was great. I arrived just in time. Because you can't talk about anime without me on this channel.
Yeah. What did you like and dislike about it?
The animation stuff, episode 1, was one of my favourites for this series. Actually, I really, really thought it was fucking good.
Fair dues. So next up we have Tatooine Rhapsody. Yeah, people didn't really like this one at all, which I'm very shocked about. I thought it was good.
I think
honestly.
it's the weakest of the lot. I think it's good, but it's the weakest, I think.
No, I wouldn't say so. I've got other ones that I think are. Well, I don't know. We'll get to them when we get
I
to
think
them.
animation's a bit iffy with that one. Out of them all, I'm not saying it's bad, but with the second episode, I don't think it was the best.
Well, it is a step down from the first one, but it's meant to just be a bit of light-hearted fun, in my opinion. So what happens in this one is this Jedi jumps off a building, and then this fat blob walks up to him, and he's like, "Yo, what's going on?" This fat alien, and then he joins the band. And some people are like, "Oh, well, why would a Jedi join a band?" And it's like, mate, Order 66 was probably happening. Like at the end of the day, why not? And he was a young guy; he can easily be influenced to join the band. And it's cool how they're on the run as well. I felt that put the stakes up. And
it was basically it's the hook with him.
yeah, and what's his name? Tamira Morrison, the guy who voices Boba and Django and the clones in the films. He was there for
Tamira Morrison. Yeah,
he was there, which was really cool. Jabba was in it as well, and I like the twist. And it was because it was such a short one. It felt like things were moving ridiculously fast, so you didn't get any time for character development apart from the beginning scene. But they're a struggling band, and instead of that guy getting killed or them going on some daft rescue mission, which they're not capable of, they're just performing in front of Jabba, and then it's left up to the audience to think: does he spare them? Probably not. Well, the fat bloke probably gets killed, and the rest of them just get thrown off the stage. Bye bye. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I know you were saying earlier when I was waiting for you that you think it was good having these 4 episodes. I think they could have gone an extra 10 minutes because I would say that half these stories end like with no conclusion to them. Like episode 8. This is the bunny one.
Yeah, that was a weird ending, but it was great overall, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that's one that I'd like to see, like a part 2 of it, if they do another series of visions. If you know what I mean, like episode 4 and episode 7, I'd like to see more.
Fair enough.
And I said, was I the only one that was kind of sexually attracted to the bunny girl?
Oh, you slept through it? Damn, I thought it was great.
No, sexually attracted.
What did you say?
George, it's an animation. Actually, why would you want to shag a bunny anyway? George, what's your issue?
No, bunny girl. Don't get mixed up, bunny girl.
She's a rabbit.
Like a cat girl.
George, she's a rabbit. This isn't like Catwoman where Anne Hathaway looks good in the leather. This is like an animal, George.
Not taking it. Don't put it on me. I'm ashamed.
You're the one who
Oh.
brought this. You're the one who said. You're the one who. No, George. You're the one who said. Do you want to chat? Are you? Am I the only one who's sexually attracted to the bunny?
Hang on, did you see my photo history and what I've
Yeah,
got?
Liam.
I've
What was your thoughts when George got his anime, quote unquote anime pictures at the pub? What was your thoughts on them?
That was James's idea.
Well, I suppose I was probably. I guess I
Aroused.
I guess I was just thinking, what the hell's going on? But then this is George, isn't it? So.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it was my idea because I was like, look, George, you know, who cares? Let's just see what they are then. And it was just disturbing. It was because the reason why there was so many pictures, I was like, George, why have you got so much on your phone?
I think I counted all my pictures up, and I had over 2,000.
How did you find out that much memory for that much shit?
Why am I not surprised?
Anyway, let's just.
Well, I do have to delete a lot of things every time I download apps, so it's just about coping.
All right, let's just get back to the episode. Anyway, I thought this was semi-good. I didn't, now that I think about it, because it was ridiculously rushed. There was no time or space for character development. I found it weird. Like, I know it's light-hearted, but I did find it a bit weird that Boba Fett wasn't brutal and killed him and spared the band. And I found it a bit weird that Jabba even gave him the chance to perform, and that he was like banging his tail and Boba Fett was tapping his foot to the side. I found it a bit out of character. I found it very out of character for those guys. If it wasn't established character, yeah. I mean, if it wasn't established characters, I wouldn't mind. But it's just, you know, that they're established, so a bit out of character. But it's just a bit of light-hearted fun. Yeah, I thought it was semi-good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's one of my least favourites, and I guess, you know, I guess I'm not really as into the idea of the episode and the story, you know, how it just follows a band and stuff like that, yeah, and yeah, I didn't see much of Bob, like I say, a little bit, and then he ended up unintentionally crowd surfing as well. Which is odd, but yeah, otherwise, yeah, just not one of my favourites really. But it was a bit weak.
Fair enough.
Personally.
I thought it was like a unique take, really, because an issue I have with a lot of these episodes is just about the Jedis and the Force. When Star Wars has got such a massive universe, like we could look at the clones, the Wookiees, the Gungans, the Mandalorians, you know, the Ewoks potentially. You know, the underworld of Coruscant, maybe the world of Naboo, maybe some stuff about the droids and the CIS and the Sith, maybe the Newts as well. You know, we could get some stuff with them.
I'd rather have Jedi versus Sith because of the.
But in every episode, though.
And then yeah, like I think it's the twins episode, which I think is the 5, isn't it? How their sword, well, their lightsabers can rope off, if you know what I mean. Like the one becomes like a long rope tying around the.
Well, that's the background of this, George. That's the background.
But as well in I think it's episode 9, where the Jedi and Sith are fighting, in that you can see the movements of the lightsabers when they're being swung around. You can see the light from the lightsaber just stay there for a bit longer. And it's probably because I'm more of a geek for animation, but when it comes to animation, just seeing that swoosh and that lightsaber effect just stay there for a little bit longer. And such smooth animation, I think, is beautiful.
No, but the point I was making is that Star Wars is such an expansive universe. I don't really see the point of just Force beings versus other Force beings. Like, I'd rather them have mixed it up a bit more, as I say, with clones, bounty hunters, underworlds of planets, all that jazz.
Well, maybe the Japanese animators have their own vision title, as their own like, vision of how they do it. Like I see a lot of these are based off samurais, and with the bunny episode, that lightsaber it's handed down from generation to generation, like it would be in Japan with samurai.
True. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Jedi and Sith stuff, but not all the time. Yeah.
I was going to say though, let's move on to the twins episode anyway. So this story was quite basic, really, just about someone stealing stuff, stealing that crystal. But the thing is, it was because all he's doing is stealing the crystal and running off. But the twist, how he was doing it to protect his sister, that was quite cool because the power would kill her, and the fight was absolutely amazing. It was really, really, really cool. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. It was just like there was so much stuff going on. It didn't really make much sense in the Star Wars universe though, because like they were breathing in space. That I know Jedi can do that and like throw it, and going at light speed. And didn't he cut the crystal in half? Wouldn't have that cut his sister in half? But I do like how he's not trying to join the rebellion or the equivalent of the rebellion or the resistance or whatever. I like how he's just doing all this to save his family, his sister. That's quite cool. The stuff at the start with how they were made, weren't they made with like crazy force magic just to be evil and whatever?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. It seemed like I think was it the sister's armor was probably inspired by Darth Vader, I think. Seemed like. And yeah, like I said, the duel was cool. It was creative. And I'm trying to think, I'm trying to think about whether maybe it had sort of Dragon Ball vibes or not. I don't know.
Yeah, it did seem like both the characters were ridiculously overpowered and like all that jazz. But the graphics and the spectacle and all that, that was really cool in the battle. Just how massive and big the battle felt. So
yeah.
Hello, made by Crystal. Thank you, George. So, George, do you have anything you want to say about? Oh yeah, I found it weird how the X-wing went at light speed and was upwards in the sand. That was really weird. But go on. What do you have to say?
Well, what I was going to say, the animation to me was more Demon Slayer, like I thought. And I think when it comes to the designs of what they look like, because they were made by the Kyber Crystal, and they were both very feared Sith. That's why they had the joint. I'll forget the name of what the ship's called now. The big pointy long one. James, you're the Star Wars now. What's it called?
What are you talking about?
What ship? And Liam will probably know more than me, but yeah.
The big triangle Star Wars ships that they have.
What, the Star Destroyers?
Star Destroyers.
Yeah, that's them.
How they joined them together like
yeah, and then right in the middle was
what the Kyber Crystal, or I don't know, it's froze.
Yeah, Kyber Crystal could destroy the Star Destroyer basically.
I was going to say it was really cool. It was really. I like the bit when they when he used the force to stop the stunning bullet coming to him. That was really cool.
Yeah. And you said about him cutting the crystal but not cutting his sister. But
The ship got cut in half too, by the way.
well, yeah, it did get cut off as well, but that's why he had to basically focus it. So it just about hit the crystal, but it went right through the ship as well.
But the crystal was on top of her, so how did she not get cut in half?
Well, she was midair, if I'm right.
But no, but the
she was
crystal's on
midair.
The crystal's on her chest,
Yeah.
and the lightsaber cut the whole ship in half. It can't cut the crystal and the ship and miss her. That makes no sense because the crystal was on her chest.
Well, no. Well, if you're like that, and the crystal's there, and it hits the crystal like that.
Yeah, but the whole ship got cut in half, though.
Yeah, but the ship wasn't below.
Right, I'm just going to make my point quickly. Say if like there's a ship here and you're lying on top of the ship and you've got a little crystal on top of you. If the crystal gets cut and the thing below you gets cut, but somehow you're still like not harmed by it, it makes no sense. It just seems a bit odd.
Yeah.
The only reason you pick me is because I'm right.
No,
every time James now on.
No, it's not. Anyway, I'm gonna say no. The issue is it's because you interrupt all the time. Like if someone's making a point, you go and like it's just like really annoying. That's the only reason.
Yeah, you just say that. You just say that and do them salutes.
Well, I don't do those salutes. And George,
If you do, it's on the highlights.
No, it's not. I
said. Are we going on a tangent again? What's going
George,
on?
If you do that salute,
I'm just saying that, James.
You're permanently banned from the studio for this episode.
This is really random.
Anyway, all right. So the twins is, I'd say above average in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd say probably the same, if not good. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, it was creative, very, very unique, and yeah, and the animation was nice as well, I suppose. Yeah.
So, I think the animation was fantastic with this one. Like I say, the bits were good. I'd say, are we giving a ratings for this?
Not each episode, just the whole series.
Well, I was gonna say if I was gonna rate it, it'd be an 8 out of 10.
10 out of 10. What? Okay, each to their own. Each to their own.
8.
Oh, 8. Fair enough. I was gonna say, bloody hell. All right then. Let's go on to the next
4.
episode 4. Yeah, The Village Bride.
Yeah.
This had multiple stories going on. You had it was quite a great episode, to be fair. You had some geezer and this lady. Was it his daughter or something? And they're going about. Okay, then you had
a couple, yeah.
Had 2 people getting married as well, so different moving parts. Then this warlord came in with a bunch of droids, which was really cool to see. I like how they take from the Phantom Menace how the droids have to be, how the power source of the droids gets destroyed and they just go, so that was a cool ending. Yeah. It was cool how the Jedi was trying to hide her identity as well. That was really interesting. Then she comes back right at the last second to save one of the villagers when she's about to get shot. That was really cool.
Well, no, that villager. So the new, basically, the new queen of the village is taken by the Sith, and the girl that got captured, that was her sister, trying to basically the penance services stuff.
All right. But yeah, I just thoroughly enjoyed this one. I haven't really got a lot to say about it. Have you guys got a lot you want to say? I just thought it was a great
Well,
episode.
it's one of the longer episodes, and
Yeah,
but I feel like even like from the start, it was really sort of like you could feel the emotion at the start, and it was quite I suppose an emotional episode, and quite atmospheric, and yeah, the story was interesting, and then I just like a lot of the, I guess, cinematography and the music, and when the warlord shows up, and then she just kills the warlord like by using force speed, I think, and
well, she stopped his bullet, didn't she? In the end, and hit him with it. I think that's what killed him. If I'm right.
I don't know. I thought maybe she just like
Oh no,
used force speed and
no,
kills it with his lightsaber, with her lightsaber.
yeah. I think you're right because he shot it back and it hit his hand basically. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I can't remember fully. Like, I can't remember a lot of the details in all the episodes because it's been a little while since I watched them. But yeah, this is definitely like joint top for me in terms of out of all the episodes. I'd say definitely one of the best, and like just all the points I mentioned, and just like great storytelling too. Loved it.
Fair dues.
I loved when the rocks fell as well. As they were doing the ceremony, getting married, and the rocks started falling all around, and I think this is my favorite episode of the lot because the animation was perfect with it. The characters were great. I thought these characters were really, really fleshed out as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jedi, I could watch a whole series of just Jedi and how she came to that place or where she went after that place. Best episode for me by far.
Might be my favourite too, actually. I don't know. Like I've said joint because like there's another one a bit later on which is up there too, but maybe it's my favourite because it was my favourite like after I watched it. So maybe it is my favourite. I don't know. It's definitely number one anyway.
Yeah, I mean, great episode. Really, really easy watch. It is cool when the Jedi do hide their abilities and then come out of the shadows, and it's really satisfying at the right moment. As George said, the characters are really fleshed out. Great story. Cool throwback with the droids that you really felt for these village people as well. You wanted they're the stakes. They're what make the stakes quite high. The action was great. Cinematography was on point. Just a great episode, in my opinion. High end great for me. Although I don't say it's amazing, it's very high end great. So, but I get why you guys would think it's the best one because I can see a lot of arguments for that. But yeah.
Beautiful animation.
Then the next one is a pretty below average one for me. Honestly, not quite. It's not bad.
Which one is it?
TOB1.
Is it just about that droid that becomes a Jedi or something like that?
The droid boy.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, wasn't that keen on it.
The first one looked very, very old Disney to me. But
it's trying to parody the Pinocchio, isn't it? So
yes, maybe.
It was okay.
So I mean, so what happens in this episode is this robot gets made, and he suddenly wants to become a Jedi, and his creator's like, no chance. We've got to continue the work and make this planet what it is, and he has to hide because doesn't he broadcast a big message or something? So an Inquisitor finds him.
He finds that ship that.
Oh yeah, the ship when he activates the ship. Yeah, that's right.
That's Yeah, basically saying call me old Jedi, which brings that Sith that kills the old guy, and then over time the robot becomes a Jedi and then defeats that Sith.
I did forget to mention actually. I thought the duel at the end was cool with the Inquisitor or the Sith or whatever. I thought that was entertaining.
Definitely.
Oh, I wasn't a big fan of this one.
Nah, not me neither.
I found the duel quite boring at the end of it.
It wasn't the best, but I thought it was entertaining.
It was pretty fast paced and back and forth, and I suppose it was satisfying to see him beat the Inquisitor, I suppose, to avenge his creator.
Overall, it's one of the bottom ones for me.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that one, because it was, for me, it's just below average, because it was pretty dead arse, but it was just like a light-hearted episode. The characters were pretty boring. The only cool bits were the duel at the end, in my opinion. It was cool how he was continuing his creator's work, and when you find out the creator's a Jedi, is kind of all right. But again, for me, just too many Jedi stories. Oh, I want to be a Jedi, even though I'm a droid. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
And it just felt like a silly, bloody Disney cartoon. It just felt like silliness, really, and daftness, and the chemistry between the boy and the robot boy and the creator just seemed a bit immature and childish, really. I know the robot's a kid, but it just, I don't know, it just seemed a bit boring and didn't really expand the universe that much.
Like a miss, like you wouldn't miss it anything that good if you just wanted to watch the next episode. I feel
definitely. But yeah, I'd say it's well below average.
Yeah, I'd probably maybe the same or maybe average at best. But yeah, definitely one of my least favourites too, and one of the weakest.
Yeah. Next episode is The Elder. I absolutely love this one. I think this is a great episode, to be honest. The chemistry at the start between the Master and the Jedi is a little bit like, a bit, like silly and immature. I get that they're trying to build character, but like, don't make the Padawan arrogant or anything. He's like, I want to go on an adventure and fight people, blah, 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 blah.
The Padawan, I didn't like. I was glad when I thought he got killed.
Why didn't you like him?
I don't know. His character just seemed very generic. I think the Master,
generic because he was after adventure.
But that robot was out for adventure, wasn't he?
Not in the same way as him. That dude, and the chemistry. I wouldn't say so, because they're traveling to a planet and trying to inspect the Sith, and he has the guts to take on the Sith. That is a character arc. He actually backs up what he's saying and takes on that old Sith man.
Yeah.
So
he gets beat.
Yeah, but he's only a Padawan, so.
This episode will show you how Sith can be. It really took even until really old age as well.
True, but it was his old age that killed him, wasn't it? Because he was so old, he couldn't keep up with it anymore.
Yeah. Well, even the Master said if he was in his prime, he might not have even stood a chance.
Yeah. So there you go.
I'm trying to think actually. Yeah, I think I liked the lighting as well, and in the duels and the way that the lightsabers looked, the way the blades looked.
Yeah.
But yeah, those duels were.
Yeah, how they're a lot like a samurai sword.
Yeah, those duels were well executed, and yeah, they were cool as well.
Definitely. What else is there to really say about it, to be honest? Everything flows really well. The story flows well, apart from the bit where he's like, I'm going to wait at the ship.
Is it me? Or when he winks to those kids, I found that
I'm not letting you finish the sentence. No, George, ridiculous. I knew you were...
No. What I'm saying, they kind of wink for too long to me. It's like down, what, 5 seconds and open.
That's such a specific thing. That's not irrelevant. That's not relevant at
No,
all.
I know. It's a specific, I can't say the word. A specific thing, but to me, it was just a very long cut that they didn't really need. I've just been,
Well,
and then them going.
Great episode in my opinion.
That's the only problem I have. However, it's just lasted too long to me.
Okay. Great episode in my opinion. Liam, George.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say great. Yeah, I'd say great.
Fair dues.
Give it a good answer.
Next we go to Lopanocho. So this is another great episode in my opinion. But
It's a good one.
I like the start, right? I liked how they bring her into the family and she's bouncing around and you think she's going to get caught. Then he's like, oh, we're taking you in. And at first, the father's like, oh, I'm not bothered. And then she's like, oh, come on, bring her in the family. Then he's like, oh, how can we turn her down now? And then they let her in the family. But then there's a bit of conflict, which I did like at first. But the only thing I didn't like about the conflict is that her personality totally changed. She went from I love you to being like, you're not my fucking sister, fuck you. And it just seemed a bit like way too quick. And as you said, George, it ended a bit weirdly. How it just ended, it really didn't feel finished. She's just flying off and then that's the end.
Yeah. Oh, if I added another 10 minutes to it, because I think this was one of the shortest episodes, if I'm right. It was one of the shortest. And I could easily have added another 10 minutes just to have her. Well, I know it sounds very, but I would like it that when she got hurt, she realised what she was doing and went back with her family. And it
That would have been
ended
great.
with that picture of that the droid had fades out and it's them taking a brand new picture with them three together.
Yeah, that actually, George, that would have been absolutely phenomenal. Because it made no sense that the bunny girl got the best of it. It made absolutely no sense. The only thing that would have made a bit of sense, I still would have wanted her to lose, but say if she used her bouncing ability that she uses at the start and when she ran off in the middle of the story.
Yeah. Oh, so I did love as well. Do you know when they were fighting at the end, and you see outside it, and it's just a load of blossom trees with all the pink and with the sun coming down while they're fighting. I think that's a lovely. Yeah. I might have to go back and watch it. It's just like at the end when they in that whole fighting, there's just a shot where the blossom trees are same kind of colour as that, with the sun coming down, and you can just see their silhouettes, and it's such a lovely shot. It's a lovely animation and artwork there.
Your thoughts, Liam?
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting story. I can understand what you mean, James, by how the sister just turned, like she suddenly changed so quickly and just became like, I don't know, just became like sort of more unlikable and I think the action was cool. I don't know what else to say really. Like I say, the problem is I just can't. I find it hard to remember a lot of of what happened in a lot of these episodes.
What I was going to say is, from now on, part of my headcanon will be that ending ends with the way I said it would, with them all back together. That's what I'm going to keep my headcanon at for that episode.
I guess maybe if they did a series 2 and they followed up on that storyline, then maybe they might do that.
I really do. 'Cause I don't know if I said this in the What If podcast, but I I watched the I tried to watch the first four um because I watched episode one of Visions and I watched episode seven of What If on the same day, and I knew straight away that Visions was better than What If. And watching all the Visions and watching all the What If, I can easily say that Visions makes the animation for What If and some of the writing look rubbish, really, to me.
I mean, I wouldn't
That's what I
say
feel.
I've got it now. I've got to disagree.
I wouldn't say
I'm not
rubbish.
saying
It's a lot better.
I'm not saying rubbish like badly. Like it's, the Visions just got written better and animated better. I'm not saying that what is rubbish because it's not, but Visions is just that little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like What If was more
What did you-
consistent, though. Personally, I feel like there were more episodes, good episodes that I liked. I thought the animation was fine personally as well. But that's me.
Well, maybe it's maybe my anime head on. And we like the Japanese animation that I like a bit more than normal animation, like What If was.
Well, with anime,
But yeah,
I was going to say with anime in general, it's the animations are a lot more exaggerated and eye-catching. While with What If, it was just very comic book, telltale aesthetic, really. So
it was only comic book kind of animation. I completely agree. But I think that's it. I'm not a big fan of the comic books, but I'm a big fan of anime in general. And I watch a lot of different kinds of animation with anime.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I'd say the videos. Not the video. Sorry, the episode is semi-great. The only reason I say this is because of the issues I mentioned, the big character changes, how it sort of it feels probably the most unfinished out of every single episode. Actually, apart from no, I'd say yeah, most unfinished.
No, I have to disagree. I think this last episode was unfinished and had some very big plot holes in it.
I nearly thought that, but hold on a second. Hold on.
No.
We've missed out the best episode, the Ninth Jedi. I
thought we'd missed the Ninth Jedi. Yeah, because that came before.
Yeah, sorry, I completely forgot about that one.
This was probably I'd say this was the best one, probably. The storyline was just brilliant. You know how you think, oh shit, a bunch of Jedi meeting up, and then it's a massive droid, and then the droid turns out to have a little Jedi inside him, and then they all end up being Siths, and you also have another story going on at the same time, which is brilliant. You have that daughter and father, and these people are coming after them, and then he's like, "You've got a sword, quick! You know, you've got the Jedi sword. Go! The color reflects the Jedi." Blah 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 blah.
I do like how I liked her character quite a lot, and I liked how she could extend or shorten her lightsaber during the final battle until it turned green. I think that was a really good move, and she was a very likable character as well.
Yeah,
and I do like how the guy already knew that the Jedi he called for were killed off and were replaced by Sith, and he already knew that, and that's why he was basically waiting and watching inside that big suit.
Yeah. I like how the one Sith changed his mind at the end as well. They're like, "This is not you," blah 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 blah, and then he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, he turns into like a Mace Windu type, warm with his purple.
Yeah. Overall, like, great, to be honest. I love the imagery at the end as well when they fly away and the camera spins upside down. It looks like a lightsaber. That was cool.
You only hear that all lightsabers and bits as well, don't you? that's a lovely looking scene. That is.
Yeah.
I am a really big sucker for the animation that do this year, except for the robot one,
Yeah, that's fair.
which looks very good to me. That's the
But yeah,
only animation I don't like this series.
anyway, I'd say this one is amazing. Definitely the best. Just my opinion.
Yeah, it's in my. I'd probably say it's it's one of my favourites as well, and yeah, it was a good twist with the Jedi actually being Sith. Who you thought were Jedi, and again the duel was nice. And yeah, the female character was likable. The story was good.
The dad was as well.
Hmm?
I said the dad was as well.
Yeah. And I've said this. I think I've said this to you, James, but it sort of reminded me a bit of sort of reminded me a bit of Knights of the Old Republic 2 as well. Just based off of what I know from that game and so on. And then that one, like I said, didn't have a conclusive ending either, which was interesting. But regardless, it was one of the best episodes, I think.
It ended with a lot of those Sith getting beat, and then they flew off. So
yeah, but they were talking about something and doing something, so it seemed like
I guess it leaves it open, doesn't it? So
yeah.
But yeah, I'd say this was an amazing one. George, Liam, thoughts?
I guess which one's this? Is this the next episode now, or we still running off?
No, the one I forgot to mention, the Ninth Jedi.
Right, that's fine. I was going to say, at the start, was it a kyber crystal that blew up, or just the furnace blew up?
I can't remember.
Because the two guys that are coming to kill the father, and so he shot one of the bullets and pushed it into the furnace, which I think had a kyber crystal in it, which made it explode. I think, and that was a great animated explosion as well.
Yeah. But let's move on to the. Oh yeah, Liam, would you say it's amazing or great? Or
I'd say it's great. I'd say great.
Fair.
In my top three.
Fair. Let's move on to the finale then. This one was really, really bizarre. The start's kind of interesting with the foreshadowing with his head going, but then after that, it's just a bit, I don't know. I just sort of thought, all right, we've got to go on this journey. We've got to go on this journey to the castle and blah, 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 this, that, the other. The two sidekicks were a bit boring, really. They didn't have much character. The foreshadowing over and over again. I thought it would subvert expectations because they keep saying about destiny. And then he's like, no, it's nothing's predetermined, blah, 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 blah. And then he ends up, it would be cool if his vision actually was his vision, but not what he thought it would be. So maybe instead of him stabbing that lady, he force pushes her out the way instead. That would have subverted my expectations, because then it would have shown it was predetermined, but it wasn't what he thought it would be.
Yeah, or he decides to join the Sith, but ends up blowing that ship up while he's on it.
That might have been
basically,
cool.
Because I hated the ending for that. So I feel that like if this was done weekly, like what if, and that was the ending, I'd be thinking, oh, that was a rubbish ending to the series. I hated it. I absolutely hated that ending. How he joined them, and it's says Destiny's not chosen, and he's always making him go to the Sith. And what would have been good, not if they got to do it, like he joins the blonde haired guy, and as they're walking,
woman. He was a woman, wasn't he?
I couldn't tell. I could not tell. Like so walking away with the undead person, and then he just clicks his lightsaber on while he's standing next to him and killing them. And then because he's got an army behind him, they they start coming to attack him, and he closes those doors behind him, and that's how it finishes. So he kills the main person, but he closes the door, so it's just him facing this army.
So you would have preferred a bittersweet ending like that?
Bittersweet. How he sacrificed himself to save them, but we know he's gonna die. Basically,
Fair enough. Thoughts,
I think that would have been a lot better.
Yeah, this is not one of my favorite episodes. I thought some of the choices were weird. And yeah, I guess that ending wasn't very satisfying either. I think was it some of the music as well just sounded weird. I don't know, it wasn't my cup of tea at all.
I can't remember the music for that one.
No, it was really quite unique again, but not in a way that I liked. And yeah, that just didn't really do it for me. That the story just wasn't good. I wasn't really that keen on the animation personally either.
Fair enough. It was a bit dark and bland.
And basic. Of animation, I like it. You know, so that at the start, the lightsaber fight with how the lightsaber, you can see him move around the screen. Basically, that's the only bit of animation I like from it. So yeah. Score.
I'd say it was smidge below average.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say probably say below average as well.
Yeah, below average. But I think my score overall for the series would have to be an 8.5 out of 10. And that's for the whole series in general.
I'm trying to think what I'd give it. Just because, like I say, there were some good episodes, but then there were a number that just weren't great. That really did not really interest me. You know, like the last one, and I wasn't really keen on the second one with the band personally. And what was the other one? The robot wanting to be a Jedi. So I'll probably give it, probably an 8.5 as well, actually, like George.
Yeah, I mean, the series as a whole, while a lot of the episodes I did enjoy, I would have rather them explore more stuff than just Jedi versus Sith a lot of the time. They did do some nice stuff that I really, really enjoyed. There was some great episodes. The thing is, with it ending badly, you know, it was done by all sorts of different studios, and they're just going to do whatever they want. I love the creative freedom that they had. The high episodes were really high. There were some that felt unfinished, but they were a really easy watch, a lot of them, even the bad ones because they're so short. So overall, I give it an 8.3.
There again, realistically fair.
I want to see a series 2 badly though, because I do like this type of thing where they just have all sorts of freedom to go mad with the writing and just do whatever the hell they want, and hopefully they're a bit longer as George said.
Yeah, I love all of the stars in it as well.
Yeah. Well, I think we can move on to Legit Orbit and then end it there. So it's going to be me and George trying to suss Liam out. Well, no, sorry. Liam trying to suss me and George out. George, can you go first? Or
I can go first.
Yes, I'm looking forward to this.
For God's sake.
against the setting it off with it.
But no, it's just me making noise with my hands.
Oh, I thought that was George. Oh, damn.
You thought George was actually
No,
farting?
No. I thought George was like doing it with his leg. I didn't see James doing.
Yeah,
Because I thought George moved back, and I thought he moved his leg up.
So what's the
Well,
story?
that's my
then?
question. No. Right. So I've been trying to get a certain Lego set over the last month. Now James knows about this, but it turns out James had this Lego set, and before I could buy it off him, he basically completely destroyed the Lego set. So I didn't want it anymore.
So he completely destroyed the Lego set before you could buy it off him.
Well, it was basically half destroyed by the time he showed it me because it had been sitting in a box for years.
Okay. And you really wanted this Lego set. Okay.
I can't remember the name, but it was silver and blue, or like a grey and blue. It's more like a dark, like a light greyish silvery, and then like blue.
So you don't know what franchise the set's from?
It's Star Wars.
Oh.
And it was like silver and blue, and like a circle kind of box into it.
I'm going to say that it's true.
Oh.
No, it's not, George. It's true. It's true.
It's not because I haven't talked about it in the last month.
No. It's true. It's true. It's true, Liam. It is true. Basically, I can even show you the video. It was an AAT, and it was an AAT tank, and I thought, yeah, it's totally fine. Then I opened it up, and there was George's line. It's true. You got that one, George.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. George is trying to rig it again.
George, you actually cheated?
No, I was going to make a jet before you keep kicking me.
Oh, go on then. What were you going to say?
No, it doesn't matter now. You ruined it when you.
Okay, good.
By the way, every time you do that, it keeps making me lag out.
All right. Anyway, so let's do mileage.
So what does that mean? I actually did.
It's true. No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Was that as bad as it was? I can't remember now.
It was as bad as it was. Yeah, it was in a bad state. Yeah. It was totally destroyed. It only had the bottom. It was the classic AAT, or is it ATT? The droid tank from the Clone Wars, the big one from 2009.
It's what the one that goes on wheels. I know it was briefly in Revenge of the Sith in the Battle of Kashyyyk. And
no.
It's the one with Terrapin's voice, isn't it?
No, it hovers, Liam.
Terrapin's tiger.
It hovers.
Yeah, it's the AAT tank, armored assault tank. Yeah.
It's the one that.
Okay. Yeah.
No voices are in the side.
Oh, it's a separatist one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were on about.
I don't know what.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
I don't know what the Kashyyyk tank is called though.
What is that called? I think that's the ATTE. I think that is that one.
ATTE, isn't that the walking thing?
No, that's the AT-80.
No, Liam, it is. It's the all-terrain tactical enforcer, the ATTE.
Let's have a look.
I knew this is what it was. The little walker thing, the Republic walker. This is it.
ATTE, that is. Yeah, that's what I was on about. Oh,
Oh, I was on about the.
Oh no,
Kashyyyk.
wait. Oh no. Sorry, I was wrong. Yeah, because that's got legs. For some reason I was thinking of the one with wheels. I don't know whether that was a different sort of ATTE or not though. I don't know. It could have been something else.
Oh, I know the one you mean. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
an 80 wheel with a little probably show up.
That's the clone turbo tank, Liam.
Oh, maybe it is then.
I'll
Yeah.
see if it's called anything else. I'll just look up clone turbo tank.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure it's called the clone turbo tank.
Probably, yeah. Actually.
It just says Battle of Kashyyyk. Oh, hold on, clone turbo tank.
Yeah, I think you said your question.
It says Star Wars. Hold on, no, Liam. It has got a name. Never mind. It's the HAVW-A6 Juggernaut.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't know it was called that.
But the 2009 toy name was Clone Turbo Tank.
Yeah,
I think
just
that's
say yeah.
That's a way cooler name than HAVW-A6 Juggernaut.
Exactly. You can understand why they changed the name of that one.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
So let's talk about mileage a bit then.
I'm trying for a version of a Star Wars tank. It's the AA. So it's just look, it's the
I thought you were going to make a joke about alcoholics. I thought you were going to say something about Alcoholics Anonymous or AA Roadside Assistance or something. or can it be?
It's just stormtroopers just wearing high-vis jackets.
We've come to pick you up. The droids we're looking for aren't here. Oh fuck. But let's do mileage a bit then. So
the consoles is not where you're looking for.
Anyway, so so mileage a bit is I thought Mike Tyson followed me on Twitter for a split second.
There's another Mike Tyson one.
Yeah.
You thought he followed you on Twitter for a split second.
So what happened was, it came up, Mike Tyson's followed you, and it was the official picture and everything. And I was like, yes. And then what happened was, I clicked on the DMs, and then it just came with a stupid scam from the account. And then I looked at the account as well, and there was absolutely nothing there. It was when I first got Twitter. I was about to message you all saying, like I did with the Jorge Masvidal. I messaged you all and I was like, look, Masvidal like my tweets, blah, 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 and whatever. Yeah. But it was actually just some nonsense. It was so obvious it was a scam. It was ridiculous.
It sounds familiar, this story. It sounds similar to another one another I think Mike Tyson one you mentioned in Legit or a bit. So I can't remember if it's the same one or whether it's a little bit different.
I know what you mean, but I can't say anything.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see. So you said that. So the account was fake, and what you went to the DMs? Did you say?
Yeah, because it said message after it said Mike Tyson's followed you.
Well, what did the DMs
did you say you messaged him? Sorry, or not?
No, I didn't message him.
No, but you could tell the account was fake.
Yeah, and the DM was like very scammy. It was just like, oh, you've got a chance to meet me, blah 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 blah, and it was I hadn't entered anything to meet Mike Tyson, so.
I'm going to say it's true.
Yes! Yes!
I would have gone with four to that.
I mean, you should have said that before.
I was tempted.
But I didn't think I was allowed to say my opinion.
Well, you can say it after saying what Liam said. You can say it after saying what Liam said.
Okay, yeah.
Liam's made his final decision. You don't influence it. But yeah, what the story you're referring to is when I had Mike Tyson's Messenger account and he blocked me. That was what it was.
Okay. I see.
But yeah, that was a load of made up hocus pocus nonsense. So there we go, everyone.
Well, fair play.
Yeah.
So I got one and I didn't. So 50%.
So the next time I'll do it. If James brings up a Mike Tyson one or Nick Fury, whatever his name is.
Nick Fury, what are you babbling on about?
I don't know. No, but next time James mentions him in a little bit, I'm saying full.
Okay, if you want. Anyway, I guess we can nicely end there. Thanks for watching, everyone. And just a little update. I don't know when the next podcast will be because there's not going to be any this week. Next week, I'm on holiday, so it might be the week after. It depends what shows are coming up. We got the Book of Boba.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
Hawkeye. We got some films like The Eternals, and we're not going to take over, George. We got films like The Eternals, and what's the other one?
No Way Home.
Yeah, No Way Home. So we'll probably do a podcast. If you guys watch Squid Game, we could review that. That is a great show, but I don't know if it's.
I'm sick of hearing about it, to be honest.
Yeah, me
fair
too.
enough. No, that is fair enough.
Looks rubbish. It sounds rubbish. And I'm not paying.
I understood what you meant, George. Like when you said about how didn't you say in the chat that it's like the Hunger Games? You know, it's that sort of concept again.
Yeah.
It's far better. It's far better. George, you haven't watched it, so how can you say that?
Well, I can make my an opinion from the clips I've seen and things like that.
Not really, because that's like before I watched Doctor Who, and I thought Doctor Who was the shittest thing ever. But then once I watched it, I thought, well, it's a mixed bag overall.
Well, I'm sick of hearing about Squid Game.
Yeah, same.
My subscription feed, my YouTube subscription feed is just full of it. Like the recommended full of it. I'm sick of hearing about it, and it looks rubbish in general. It looks like a Korean Hunger Games.
It's way better than Hunger Games by a landslide. The first, I watched 2 episodes and I watched a bit of third, and it's great so far. I really do enjoy it.
So, we'll give us your Netflix account, and then we'll do it.
No.
Yeah.
It was just an idea. We'll just review the stuff on Disney Plus then. George, hold on. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. No, don't. No, I'm not going to. I was going to. George, the thing is, you should buy Netflix for a month. Like, come on. George?
No.
You're not going to. Never mind. George has come across £1 million and he won't be bothered to buy Netflix. Tight. Anyway.
I'd rather buy stock.
What stocks are you going to buy then, George?
Stock.
They said shots, didn't you?
Stock.
They said shots.
Oh, okay.
Oh, socks. Oh, okay.
That's a bit odd. Anyway, we'll end it there. So I guess Book of Boba, Hawkeye, Eternals, No Way Home, and any other shit Disney Plus pumps out. So.
And what's that film? Venom.
Yeah, I might go and watch that one.
And the Matrix Resurrections, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, the Matrix. That might be okay.
Kingsman
I'll see.
as well. Kingsman.
Oh, The Kingsman.
I'm
When's that coming out?
I'm not really bothered about reviewing that.
I'll still watch it. I don't know.
Whatever comes up will come up. Liam, can you get your dog on the camera for a laugh? Come on, Liam.
Why? Can you hear the dog?
Yeah, could you get her on camera for a laugh? Come on, Liam. Come on, Liam.
Probably let's not do.
Wait, no.
Well,
are
you sure,
Liam? Are
you sure?
I'm sure. I am sure. I'm very sure.
So,
very sure.
What makes you not want the dog to come on?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel a bit awkward about it. I feel like it's not. I shouldn't really do it. I don't know. Not much.
Yeah. Never mind then. All right then, everyone. We'll end it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't understand what you're saying, George. Anyway, laters, everyone. Oh, he just left. All right. See you, everyone. Have a good one. Laters.